The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
We're going to talk about this even more. Like, the Chiefs beat the Texans with obvious cheating as usual, though. The Chiefs had a good game, though. Mahomes, they made that play to Kelsey. Kelsey finally had a good game, but we seen the cheating in there with the roughing the passing calls. The unnecessary roughing the calls.
You know what really gets me and really exposes that these don't real flags and calls? Is that when a call happens, there are two options they do. They either don't show the replay at all.
I told Don every time they don't show the replay, it didn't happen.
To you that it definitely happened, or they'll show it and they'll hope that their commentators can somehow persuade you that it did.
Troy Aikman was not playing.
Did it happen? And Troy was like, I don't see a flag, man. I don't see nothing. They picked the wrong commentator this week because he wasn't buying it. But if you look at the other one that had Romo,
now you got Romo,
and he like If you look at
I told Darren, Romo fucking sucks.
You can kind of see Romo be instigating. You can kind of see the hold right there. No, it ain't no damn hold, Romo. Don't you just saying what they want you to say because you got in trouble like a couple weeks ago and they wanted to suspend you.
Every time he say something, Mad Dog be saying stuff like that didn't happen. All right, so we already talked about that. So,
Pete and Teddy, as you watch the Chiefs play, they remind me of your Patriot teams, which is they never do the things that get you beat. And that is a big part of winning postseason football.
And when you beat teams as often as they do, you get some teams thinking, like Will Anderson said, we are the better team. But then he says we just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over. I don't think the Houston Texans understand how to win a football game like this. I think there's just a big difference in class of coaching staffs and in players here, and I recognize it right away. I mean, in terms of the opening kickoff, and then, it was Chris Boyd going absolutely ballistic because he thought he forced a fumble, him pushing his coach, and then the defense, yes, the defense is outstanding. Minus 15 yards from that, and they get the 3 and out. Maybe it's a tougher field goal to make. Those little things, they just don't understand. Will Anderson, you know that's Patrick Mahomes, right? If you give the officials any type of excuse to throw the flag, they will throw the flag. I played with a guy that, he had the same type of carte blanche / Jordan rules that Patrick Mahomes also has, all right? You're gonna get those calls, and you have to know how to win those type of games. To hear D'Amico Ryans afterwards talking about, everybody against us, of course he's talking about the officials. But when you lose a game and you're talking about officials, the Chiefs will just look at that and just understand that you never really understood how to beat us. Because what Patrick said was exactly true. It doesn't matter what the game is. They know how to win the game they're in, not the game that they thought it would be. That's how good the Chiefs are.
And guess what? I still got one more, though. Got it. Y'all want to hear this? I don't know if both of y'all saying this. Did y'all hear what Alex Smith said on Get Up?
I heard Alex Smith but I didn't hear the whole thing.
Said that Patrick Mahomes is doing it with less people than with Jayden Daniels. He's basically trying to say that Jayden Daniels has a better supporting cast.
First of all,
come on, yo, that's what Alex Smith said.
Now, listen, he is phenomenal, and I agree with Dan. He is right there.
Yes. Yeah.
But the weapons he has, the offense he plays in, like Patrick does more with less than any.
That's true. I gotta move away from you for a second. That's true. Hold on. We talking about the weapons that he has. Excuse me, you talking about Washington? What elite weapons Washington? Like, hold on now. Don't sit here.
Don't yell over each other.
What we're not going to do is sit here and act like the Washington Commanders have like the greatest show on turf type weapons at their disposal right now. It is because of Jayden Daniels.
But no one's disputing that.
The Washington Commanders as a franchise have sucked since I was in college.
Yes.
And he's got them in the NFC Championship game. He just went and beat Detroit, who won 15 games this year, and he just annihilated them.
He literally went to Tampa Bay and that offense with Baker, beat them down, then goes to the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Goes into Detroit against the juggernaut Detroit Lions.
Let's add a little context to that, though.
He killed them.
I don't want to take up for him. He probably just looking at it, what's going on in the
moment.
In the recent games, but
he's basically saying that Patrick Mahomes is doing more with less.
Yeah, he's not looking at it like the way I be trying to tell y'all sometimes to other people. If you look at what Kansas City people did out there in Korea, that people is stacked on it. But in his defense, DeAndre Hopkins ain't do nothing in them 2 games. Did you hear what they said last game?
What?
The only person that had a catch was fucking Travis Kelce. Noah Gray had 2 catches. And what's his name? The rookie Worthy. No other wide receiver had a catch in that game.
Juju didn't have a catch. Hollywood had one catch. No, he dropped his one catch. Yeah.
None of them had. I don't know what wide receivers had a catch. That's the only thing I'm gonna take up for him with the catch.
But I feel like, and that's kind of hard to say because some of these guys, like let's say for instance D-Hop, like let's be real, if you came from 5,000-6,000 yard season, if you came from 5,000-6,000 yard season, and then the last season and a half, the 2 quarterbacks that was throwing you the ball was Mason Rudolph and Will Levis, wouldn't you lose your confidence? I mean, I don't give a fuck if you put me with Tom Brady or Joe Montana. I'm not gonna be the same nigga after getting dolls thrown for me the last year from Will Levis.
Shit, he was getting 9 receptions a game though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, remember how we talked about earlier in the season? How I was like when we was talking about the Joe Barrow situation. Like, I don't give a fuck how many yards and stuff you get. If that shit not correlating to wins, that shit is demoralizing. Yeah. And that's the reason why a nigga like Barry Sanders, a niggas like Megatron,
they retired
at the top of their game retired early because I can't keep giving you 150-yard games and being the best wide receiver, but we only got 6-7 wins. That shit demoralizes me and it takes away my fun for the game. So I feel like a nigga like D-Hop, like I understand what you're saying. I feel like he still got it.
He does.
But he's in a position where not only did the team that he needed to be a star on, he was the star, but it took away so much of my energy that now I'm on a team where I don't gotta be the star. Yeah. I'ma just chill until I'm absolutely needed. When they say something ain't working, hey, new, we need a good catch, I'ma come in.
Yeah.
But if these other niggas wanna get their shine,
Coop ain't do shit.
But I feel like Coop ain't earned the designated status yet.
Yeah, that
D-Hop to beat that thinking he like that. Especially when you done played for the Cowboys, the Browns, and the Raiders, franchises who've historically not won nothing. No matter how good your stats have been, the franchises have not done anything. That's just like praising Dan Marino as one of the greats, and then they ain't got a Super Bowl. So it's like,
come on, yo. Alright, we just did our predictions. What, you got something down?
Like the veteran presence. Some of these things that like Zach Ertz been on there already winning the Super Bowl. And you can't forget
against his old team.
The reason of Boom Bobby Wagner is still playing. He's on that defense.
This is what I'll say. I do not agree with.
I like the veteran.
I do not agree with the Mahomes is doing more with less because I feel like Mahomes himself, with him
exactly, that's what I'm thinking about. Mahomes himself,
7 straight AFC Championship. So you had enough experience to know, like I said, maybe I told you it like with Jordan Love, the man's got so good with his reads. When you ain't doing shit, he not throwing you the ball anymore. That's how Mahomes is. Mahomes is like, all right, he running his reads a little right. Let me throw him a pass. Okay, he caught it. I'm gonna throw it to him 2 straight times. That's how Noah Gray starts to get in the game. Noah Gray even gonna give you 2-3 good passes in a row. Well, you ain't gonna see him the whole game. He's just gonna be blocking because Mahomes know.
I disagree with you on that.
Yeah, so like I said, Travis Kelce and Mahomes alone, to me, outweigh
almost the whole Commanders offense.
No, even though they had veteran players in Eckler and Ertz.
I like my guys Terry and Ertz, like you said. But come on,
I'm looking at that whole team. Does anybody on that Washington offense a Hall of Famer at this moment? No. But all I gotta do is
Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
All I do is say
first ballot Hall of
Famer. All you gotta do is say Mahomes, and that's Hall of Fame. Like, and there's some other niggas you can look at. You can look at Nick possibly. You can see Kareem Hunt had a fucking career on this team before he went to the Browns. Like, I'm just saying, like, when you look at the experience over veteranness over there. And Austin Eckler got 10 years in the league, but what did you win? Nothing. Because when the playoffs got, sometime in the playoffs came, you wasn't even a running back, nigga. You wasn't around. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm like, that veteran experience don't mean nothing if niggas ain't been there when it, like they always say with the Cowboys, when it matters. I don't give a fuck what you do during the regular season. When it matters, there's nobody better in this era than Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes. So to say two niggas that already got 3 Super Bowls
going for that,
to say that they're doing more with less,
come on, yo,
my nigga.
No, I don't agree with that.
I can't agree with that. I done seen this man use Pacheco, then use Carson Steele, then use Kareem Hunt.
Don't forget Samaje Perine. Don't forget Samaje
Perine. What's my man with the other 3 names? That was on the Saints.
Clyde
Edwards-Helaire. How many running backs have just run through the ranks of Patrick Mahomes? But who's been the constant? Who's been a constant? Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying. Some doors can revolve. But if these niggas there, don't tell me I'm playing with less. Because nigga, did you see what they did last year?
Exactly, with the most drop passes.
We was ready to throw a party.
That was last.
We was ready to throw a party like they did for Junior and Problem Child, hoping that the Chiefs lost, but they didn't.
Still won. They still in the AFC Championship for the 7th consecutive years.
7 consecutive years. They almost nailed it.
Like, and this the year, even though we mad that the refs helping them, let's be real. Without the refs help, they still would have been a good 12-4, 13. Let's be real. We just mad that they was.
We just mad because they run the feet. Yeah, that's it.
That's why y'all didn't need to help niggas that's already the champions, bro. We knew they was gonna be up there.
All right, that's barely it. But I got a couple names for y'all, some true falses that y'all. I hope y'all know. All right, let's end this off strong. All right, true false. The Eagles have more NFC Championship appearances than the Commanders.
That better be true with all the ones McNabb went to.
Yeah, I say true.
It's true.
That's the only reason I would say too.
Alright. The second true false. The Bills have more AFC Championship appearances than the Chiefs.
I don't know all of the.
That's a trick. Don't let it fool you.
Yeah, I don't know all of the Chiefs.
Thank you. It's fine. It's a trick question. Don't let it fool you. Just look at the recent history.
You just said he made the AFC Championship sound straight time.
Alright, and last one. The Chiefs have the most Super Bowl appearances of the 4 teams left.
I mean, they won the first. They won the first Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been to about 4 or 5. Eagles close. That's a go.
I think it's true.
It's true. Yeah. I was about to say, I think it is. I just know the Bills went to them 4 straight. That's their only 4.
Yeah, it's only 4.
The Commanders been a 5, and the Eagles been a 5.
We know for a fact.
And Chiefs been a 6 or 7.
Okay, so I was trying to count. That's how we don't know the whole history, but we know for a fact that the only 4. We knew for a fact that the only 4 was the Bills.
Yeah, all right. But let's see. Might make it. Either 2 of these teams are going.